Oh my goodness me. Trust your pharmacist. Just in the middle of doing something, and I was going to do an email, but it's so bloody cold today still, and I'm still run down. So this is basically, um, this is NHS England contract works with a dental services, community dental services, mine specialist because of my situation. Right. The National NHS England. Trust your pharmacist again, second version. They're doing a pushing the agenda. For example, I was unaware last year, well before that, and even more so to date, more clued up, I should say, community dental using online services referrals to a private limited company up in the United Kingdom. And if you have complex joint physical disabilities, it does get complex. It's not straightforward to try and get an operation. And then the anaesthetic, and it's just, I've looked it up, and it's just going to be a complex situation. So there's, I don't know anybody else who may be affected. So my blinking today's date, for example, it's another looking at the subject of pharmaceuticals. There's a change in the medication. This is another week. This is like 2 weeks in a row. No information in advance. So this is like over 3 months today of even knowing what's going on with national statute law, the offer under duress. By the way, it's been a joke, it's a nightmare, seriously, of adult health, social care. Well, all these policies on shared online today, I can't read it. It's too long. It's too much of a read. I'm trying to be, with my infection affecting the rest of my body, there's no way I'm coming up. NHS England, CCG, it's like a clinical conditioning group in my area funding medical practice. I can't ring them up because they don't offer a home visit. And so many good people get some information out what's going on in the bigger picture, and I thank goodness they are. So I wish to goodness my situation was different, but I'm just coming from experience where first-hand knowledge helps in a way to share my experience if it helps somebody else to pick up things that might not be aware of, the major cuts. Now, it's not just in my area, it's national, United Kingdom. I don't know about Scotland or Wales. I could only speak about my experience in my area. But when you look at the national plan, I mean, it's all about trying to look at natural health. What is natural anymore, you know? But it's like 1 minute you're like trying to get your natural ginger tea, and that's really helps with a natural way of healing. But when you've had years of medication, the damage in your DNA, the damage in your teeth, I didn't know it causes all this until obviously recent. And I find out all this natural stuff, and I can't afford to the quality of so-called natural foods now, non-GMO, is difficult as well. And I can't just get out and about like able-bodied people because of my physical reduction, my health. And when I do try, I like to be positive, and I do try. I am absolutely shattered and run down the next day. So yeah, the so-called Brexit thing is a lot of scaremongering as well, but a lot of it, and people in my position, needs to be prepared. And this is where it's very helpful in certain social media. People in similar position, disabilities, are sharing what they're trying to do, and I too. So my late mum gave me the opportunity to learn things. The biggest challenge, it's trying to source some certain ingredients, and going to have to be left to another day because my house reduction. For example, I'm going into this complex situation I'm in, and it is a funding issue. I need that heating on. Okay, I'm gone blind. Well, not blind, but dark on this video at the moment. Right, so all last year I couldn't do this offer referral, and since then I found why the only reason they referred me to this local hospital is because it's larger, they've got more, it's a larger hospital, and if anything goes wrong with my complex situation, my physical health, God forbid, it's not ideal. I don't like the place, and but the only alternative is too far away from me. I need to be local, and there isn't a choice for my situation when you're very, very complex. It's not my fault, it's just my ill health. It's so complex, and I got high care needs. So this guy I checked out called just PA, just put it that way. He's also is employed as a public servant, civil servant, NHS, and also private companies, medical companies. So it is privatisation already here. And with the pharmaceutical companies, yeah, it's just unreal how much billions they are earning, billions. And my mate just sourced why not they changed medication on me again, and found we had to research online to find out the ingredients, and went on to a well-known website I know about, the natural health version, and found this particular type of ingredient is damaging. I've been taking this particular medication for years, since I got one over, and my spine injuries and shoulder injuries. And I've got nowhere with the local GP side of the letters I sent to seek clarification. What's going on, blah, blah, blah. I need to have a medical review, physical illness I've got and stuff. And this is because of the way they work online. So they try the extra help they can do, and it's very difficult. And if anyone experienced lack of equality, it's no wonder, because it's all gone out the window. In paper, yeah, in statute law, it's meant to be there, but in reality, on a ground level, so to speak, in everyday life, no equality for disabled people's rights. You've seen other subjects throughout the United Kingdom, in England, what's going on in civil servants, civil services, public services. And I only found out another thing about a thing that's going on in my local area, but I can't go into that right now. So there are a massive amount of civil servants in their jobs, and yet certain individuals can't get their finger out and complete what they need to do and offer me. So when you get home delivery service, and this is the situation with this NHS Foundation Trust, they're a massive organisation, civil servant, public funded, and they're merged all their services. It's like the new way pathway working is merging everything, but it doesn't give straightforward information to ordinary everyday men and women, and who's either carers or disabled people trying to find what's available now, and planning ahead is you can't plan ahead enough, because there isn't anything available. 4 weeks delay before anyone can get offer a home visit to me, and it's just when you know about certain subjects and you found the facts out and you go round in circles because you find out, just got to find that piece of paper that had it on. I find out this FDS consultants. Oh, I'm going to try to show this. There is someone's house, and that's our website, FDS consultants.co.uk, but as they're also classed as www.dental-referrals.org. That is who now has a contract with the NHS Foundation Trust, Northamptonshire, UK, head office, Kettering, UK. Well, the clinical directors, I mean, how many of them are there? Anyway, basically, trying to get this out, there isn't a choice, and the secretary from the local dental clinic, they won't be away. I was looking at, I still need access to patient support, and that's a private company being used again, and that's funded by another different funding stream, and they called it clinical conditioning CCG group funding. That again is funded by NHS England Limited. So it's so complex, and you're not given this information, so you might get home visit, oh, we need to do a referral, but you won't find out unless they are upfront about how they are doing online referrals. It used to be known as Patient Choices, National Constitution NHS. It's not anymore. It's still meant to be in reality, but it's not. Especially when all this individuals working in the community, I can no longer get down and travel when I'm about, and I didn't know they had a policy who could be offered home visit. So, but also there's a list behind the scenes. Certain individuals since 2012 have damaged and caused a lot of problems and left roots and things in my mouth, and it shouldn't be there, and they closed down one clinic that was right up the corner from me, very easy to get to GRB station, and the one further away from me, well, when you're under sedation, you don't know what they're bloody doing to your teeth, and you just hope and pray that you put the trust in them, public servants. So I can't sue. I've tried for negligence over years and used all the mainstream system in UK over years, and I've got nowhere. So I've got to look at my health. I need all this metal, this aluminium, all this damage, all this poison, all this toxicity in these fillings out of these broken, damaged teeth now. And if these medications and combination with what I'm trying to do is like a vicious circle, really, trying to use natural health remedies as long as with the mainstream medication, but at the same time my dental health is going downhill and affecting my bloodstream and everything else. So an email trying to comprise it's difficult. Some point today to try and seek clarification the 4-week delay when your dental health is going downhill. So I still don't have any prescription I last had certain artificials, all these sprays. I've learnt about natural dental health, by the way, trying to do that routine with turmeric powder. It's a certain way because it's the natural and natural kills the bacteria and infection as a mouthwash. It's not tasty, don't drink it. Trying to learn all these natural ways instead of just leaning on these mainstream NHS when that might not even be there, so the way it used to be. Learning about essential oils for pain, not in your mouth obviously, but other stuff. You see, when you're on limited income and complex ill health, you have to be careful what you're doing. But I'm trying to learn about source natural foods and things I need. I can't do as much as I used to, but I will try. I won't give up. But the fact is, I did try. Now I know what I know about this referral to a private company. It's a prevention. It's trying to cut down who gets referred to where, and I can't see the logic where they have to refer to a private company up north instead of straight to the hospital services. So, and then your data is going to a private company. It's a private limited company, and they're making profit on the public purse, NHS. And when I found all this out by Company House, oh my gosh, it's like, what next? Everything's being sold off. It's like an American style system now. So I need to look at somehow with my disabilities where am I going to get help? So somebody's just commented on a post online, so I need to check that out in a minute. It is a struggle, and I want to see if I can get through to the vocal. It's very cold. 4:30. I think they might be out of office. Oh, it's so cold. And oh yeah, and there's a very helpful website. I don't know if this helps, naturalnews.com. There is this particular drug that's in these mainstream tablets. Be careful about this. I'm going to try and show it. That one. And I'm going to click on that and show you. Oh dear, I'm tired, so excuse me. I'm just looking up this post online. My gosh, look at, hold on, I've got pop up I'm trying to get rid of. So, I don't know. Sometimes the natural supplements you need to be careful as well. And increasingly, it can happen in food. The ingredient frequently used in vitamin manufacturing is and a nanoparticle powder made of fine that ingredient parts, bits, and that's what's in my tablets, and that's by pharmaceutical industry companies. And also you could be eating this ingredient. And I'm quite surprised that there's no long-term safety testing on humans and has been conducted. In fact, according to that's Canada Occupational Therapy Safety, I want to know how old this article is. Going back to 2009. So has there been any changes? I don't know. And that makes you concerned what's in injections, what's in not just supplements, but that's in USA, by the way, website, but also in tablets, like this one, that one. So just looking at the ingredients in medications, and still something. So when there's a change in medications as well, it's like, how can you really tell what's in your you think you're getting vitamins in it's so bloody difficult to know which is which these days. What's in your food, what's in your water, what's in your medications, natural health food. Goodness me. And when my friend was reading this list today, this is the one that's in there, that one. Where's my finger? I just had it just a minute ago there, down there. That one. So I just want to go what the heading was. Artificial colouring is what I've got. Is vitamin E. So when I did a Google search for that ingredients, that one there, and so you got superfoods has that inside as well. Vitamin D3 as well. Educating information about this. It's just, I mean, these pharmaceutical companies, they just out to make millions and billions of profit at the expense of individuals' health. And now, I'm not an expert in this, but let's go back to the one I just had on the natural health. But when you've got dental ill health, you're reliant on the NHS, and unless you can go private and get everything all organic and a specialist type dentist, I can't afford that, and I'm stuck like a lot of people. So I don't know about all that, and I don't know, it's trying times. So reliant on the NHS and then all the painkillers, and this particular made into, I've heard about nanoparticles. I'm not expert in any of this. I'm just sharing this website, Natural News, and see if there's any update on any particular update on the blog page. Can eating commercial dairy really cause breast cancer? Versus homegrown can tell the difference. You see, medical, looking at prevention areas, you know, anyway, that's just one website showing some ingredient that's in one's medical, well, mainstream NHS medication. So this is basically, if you want to know more about natural health, and this new blog is very helpful information if you want to know more. Garlic, proven fight against heart disease. Now this is what one has to try and put garlic. My lemons can boost your health. I mean, this is what I use, lemon and garlic. So let's have a look at that. It's anacine, vitamin C, anacine, packed with vitamin C. So how do you actually get it into your diet and make up to use all this as well? Drink a glass of lemon water, here you go, for the healing on skin lovers effect. What else? Here you go, boost your immune system. For the antioxidants, there you go. Help you bring your immune system, which I need at the moment. Citrus in lemons is a natural anti-inflammatory, and so is natural ginger root. And squeeze some lemons into your foods, a herbal tea, or into a glass of water to get the benefits of the inflammation fighting in your body. So it's not just about mainstream medications. It's learning what you can apply in your body, your PhD levels. And I mean, again, keep your digestive system running smoothly. But the garlic, I haven't come across that one yet. So all this, the sources of information on this. So mainstream medication, big pharma compared to this natural, but how would you actually get? I knew about this one anyway, about lemons, but that's why it's worth knowing these things and putting it into practice as well. So 14 foods to remove toxins from your body. So trying to find foods to help. So here you go, you've got cucumber already. Avoid processed foods, that's difficult when you can get fresh foods. Green tea, it's not very great. Keep yourself hydrated. I don't smoke or drink. Garlic, a cucumber. But if you cut it, garlic stimulates the liver to encourage production or detoxification. So it's in the food, but broccoli as well. Lentils. Sunflower seeds. Turmeric, here you go. Also a great addition for your diet, but you need to be careful about that, because you don't know where you're going to get your source of natural turmeric. And this is all about trying to learn about your natural health, as well as the big pharma industry. So trying to see what else. Grapefruit, watercress. Well, if you can source this food. Turmeric is a very good one to help the body. So if you're on mainstream medications, you've got dental health, turmeric mouthwash is very good to help heal the gums and the infection. And you put turmeric powder, 2 teaspoons in warm water, and swirl it around your mouth for about 2-3 minutes and spit it out. Doesn't clog up your drains or your sink or whatever, but it just stains. Be careful, because there's obviously yellow colour, but be careful. The natural turmeric root and grate it if you can find one. And then if you've got a gut problem because you've got infections in your body, and it's affecting the rest of your body, the ground ginger and natural root sliced as a tea is getting into your bloodstream, and that acts like a natural anti-inflammatory. And the garlic doesn't taste great if you've got an abscess. I know one particular, I'm going to try this next week, and I'll do a stream on that if I can talk after I've tried it. It's a particular oil. My phone keeps going off. But I'm trying to, it's frustrating, because when you're dealing with private companies that are just out for profit, and you're relying on, unfortunately, this is a temporary measure, by the way, for my situation. I'm not saying it's an answer for everything, but when you're struggling and having to wait on a waiting list yet again to get offer mainstream services, right? And they can only offer pharmaceutical drugs, okay? And that might get you temporary out of perhaps your situation might be temporary, who knows? But I need a big operation. Yet again, it's going to be not that straightforward. So I've been learning about foods, natural foods. So but when you end up in hospital, if you know that they're going to serve up some like kind of vegetables, and you can actually get this mashed up for you, anything to do with broccoli or greens in their vegetables, you know, if they have a, you know, food, if when and ever, or mashed up and put it in a liquid form, or if there's natural yogurt or jelly, in America they call it jello. Garlic stimulates production and detoxification, but if you've got like herbal teas, a green tea with you, if you need the operation, and you can say to these people you need a green tea, they make it up with onion. And then it's all about trying to detox the infection in your body. Where did I get this? What's this website? Oh yeah, Natural Health News. Okay, so for now I'll just come out of that and I'll just end the stream. I'm going to keep it short today because it's very, very cold. Just got to add that so I know where to find that. I knew some of these information already, but with national UK NHS cutbacks, the way things are going, be aware if you don't know if it's online. And this is where in my area they go online referrals, and that is all about preventing your choice. But be aware you'll need to get the information, and when you're ill and you're so run down, in my area, this area employees, they might not know a lot of this stuff, they might in their private life, but in their job they have to go by their mainstream. And these dental services work in this particular NHS Foundation Trust, funded by the public first, funded by NHS England, head office in Leeds. And yeah, so they have what it's called patient liaison service. They don't get back to you by email. Well, I don't know if they do with anyone else, but with me they haven't. Couldn't have the operation, couldn't get the referral done last year. Personal circumstances behind that. And then on top of that's another private company for patient transport. And that's another tall order I had 2017. And I'd expect personal saturation to happen the way it did last year. So commissioning services, it's important to find out what your rights are in the mainstream side of it all, as well as with trying to deal with civil servants. Don't forget people are connected to each other in their job roles in wherever you live in England, within the changes, because the CEO of NHS England Limited is American. He's got shares in 2 American companies, healthcare companies, and that's everything's gone computerized. It's just going that way, and it's all about self-care. But the national statutory an email, for example, was sought clarification what could be offered 28th of January 2019. Only got an email 2 days ago, and waiting 4 weeks. But my dental health situation can't wait 4 weeks. So I was looking at typing in about what's the pathway for this NHS they call it primary care, a new pathway, and they keep changing all these policies, and it gets really complex at people that just want a straightforward answer, a straightforward solution for their personal situation, and it's not one. There isn't one. So it's all about tick boxes, and you don't fit in a tick box. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't really fit in a tick box. So this hospital that I didn't know I was going to be referred to the same people again last year, and their letter was typed up for me. I no longer can do anything like this anymore, hence the stream. I can't do the typing, the phone calls are struggling. There was an email put on this letter for me by my friend, and yet they completely ignored using that email. And yet they got admins, they got, administrators, they've got clinical employees. Why can't they use the bloody email? They do it on their system and their job roles, civil servants, public roles on this subject, and yet they can't even assist individuals, especially in situations similar to mine perhaps, to get the right care and pathway they need to link up properly before you go and offer to see somebody on this subject I'm talking about today. And so I tried to call, and they just, I don't know what happened, but I can't keep talking. And so the email was trying to seek clarification, and she ignores emails. This particular individual, it takes effort and time to, when you have deteriorates, you don't want to be rushed into hospital when you're so ill. And by the delay of the services, you might end up in that situation if you've got complex illness. That's why I mentioned about the natural health as well as something that might just put things, keep things at bay. Particular oil thing I'm going to try is going to be difficult, but there's a lot of things kicking off in the world and in the United Kingdom in other subjects I can't cover right now. Basically, I've got to go to rest, and if you're going through a lot yourself with trying to access what you need or whatever it may be, good luck, wish you well, God bless, and that's what I'm going to say for today at this time of day, 4:30. And luckily I have some ingredients in, and my mate's just going to give me another herbal drink. And keep warm, keep safe, everybody out there, if you're going through similar. There's a lot of struggles, a lot of people, and I don't know if there's any. Just trusting your gut instinct on things. I've got to rest up and switch off now. But we have people above me banging around, so I need to rest and put some chill out music on. Can't believe it gets dark so quick. Anyway, God bless, keep safe, and keep well best you can. So there is alternatives out there if you can find them, if you know what to do. Looking at combination while you're waiting to try and get access to mainstream services, maybe. Who knows? I'm just making this as a suggestion, maybe. It's up to you what you want to do.